Episode 11, The City of Echoes. The group entered the heart of the cursed city, its streets frozen in an eerie twilight. Shadows stretched unnaturally, and whispers echoed from unseen mouths. As they moved deeper, the air thickened with an oppressive weight, as if reality was resisting their presence. Alex clenched the dagger, its glow flickering like a heartbeat. "This place is wrong," he muttered. Noah ran his fingers over a cracked stone pillar. "This city. It's alive in a way. It shifts like it's remembering us." A sudden gust of wind howled through the alleyways, carrying distorted voices. The group tensed as figures emerged from the mist, distorted reflections of themselves, their movements jerky and unnatural. "They're Ochos." Jade took a step back. "Tell me I'm not the only one seeing this." The echo spoke, their voices layered and distant. "You are us. We are you." Trapped. Repeating. Sam shivered. "We need to get to that bell, before we become part of this nightmare." The distant bell tower loomed over the city, its spire disappearing into the swirling clouds. With every toll, the ground trembled, the air distorting like ripples on water. "Let's move," Alex commanded. The streets warped as they ran, buildings twisting, doorways vanishing. The city fought back. A narrow alley stretched endlessly as they sprinted through, the walls closing in. "It's a maze," Riley shouted. Alex gritted his teeth and slashed the dagger against the stone. A burst of blue light cut through the illusion, revealing the true path ahead. They burst through the fog into an open square. In its center stood an altar, an ancient pedestal upon which rested a silver key. Noah gasped. "That's it. The key to the bell tower." As they approached, the ground trembled. From the shadows, a massive figure formed, a guardian, its face obscured by a tattered hood, its body a shifting mass of black mist and bone. "Intruders," it growled, voice like crumbling stone. "The cycle must not break." The creature lunged. Alex rolled aside as the entity's clawed hand smashed the ground. The force sent cracks spidering across the cobblestones. Sam grabbed the key, but the moment he touched it, the air shattered like glass. A portal opened beneath him, pulling him into darkness. "Sam!" Jade screamed, diving after him as they both disappeared into the void. The rest of the group staggered back as the entity roared, its body expanding, the mist rising like a storm. The city groaned, the bell's toll growing deafening. "We need to find them," Alex shouted. Noah, gripping his head, winced. They're in the core. The heart of the city." Riley paled. "And how exactly do we get there?" The entity raised its hand, summoning shadows to consume them. End of episode 11. Episode 12, Descent into the Abyss. Sam and Jade tumbled through the swirling void, the world around them twisting in colors that didn't exist. They fell for what felt like an eternity, before crashing onto cold, unyielding stone. Darkness surrounded them, pressing in like a living thing. "Where are we?" Jade groaned, pushing herself up. Sam coughed, shaking dust from his hair. "I think we're under the city." The core Noah was talking about. A faint red glow pulsed in the distance, revealing crumbling structures and massive roots snaking through the ruins. The air smelled of damp earth and something metallic, blood, maybe. Meanwhile, above, Alex, Noah, and Riley sprinted through the ever-changing streets. The monstrous entity pursuing them swiped with inky tendrils, ripping through walls and sending debris flying. "We have to get to the core," Alex shouted, dodging a collapsing archway. "And how exactly do we do that?" Riley snapped. "It's not like there's a convenient sign that says this way to the nightmare pit." Noah skidded to a halt in front of an old well, its surface rippling unnaturally. "Actually, I think this is it." A bellowing roar behind them decided for them. They dove in. Sam and Jade navigated the ruins below, every step echoing through the cavernous expanse. The deeper they went, the louder the pulsing glow became, until they stumbled upon a sight that made their breath hitch, rows upon rows of petrified figures, frozen in silent agony. "I don't like this," Jade whispered. A voice, smooth and taunting, echoed from the darkness. "Then you won't like what happens next." A figure emerged from the shadows, a humanoid with shifting, liquid-like skin and piercing white eyes. It smirked. "Welcome to the abyss. You've come a long way to fail." The creature lunged. End of episode 12. Episode 13, The Hollow King. Sam barely had time to react before the creature lunged. Its body rippled like a liquid shadow, shifting unpredictably. He rolled aside as its clawed hands smashed into the ground, sending shards of stone flying. Jade grabbed a rusted pipe from the ground and swung at the creature's side. The impact barely made it flinch. "Well, that was pointless," she yelped, backpedaling quickly. "Keep it distracted," Sam called, spotting a set of runes carved into the cavern wall. They glowed faintly, pulsing in rhythm with the red light in the distance. Above, Alex, Riley, and Noah landed hard on the underground floor, the well sealing itself behind them with a soft rumble. They groaned, pushing themselves up, only to be met with an overwhelming silence. "Where the hell are we now?" Riley muttered. "If I had to guess," Noah said, brushing dust off his jacket, "we're in the city's true core. And it's watching us." A deep, resonating voice echoed through the chamber. "You trespass in my domain." A throne emerged from the darkness, sculpted from obsidian and bone. Seated atop it was a towering figure, draped in tattered regal robes. Its face was a hollow void, shifting and swirling like the abyss itself. "The Hollow King," Noah whispered. "The ruler of this nightmare." Alex stepped forward, gripping his dagger. "We're here for our friends. Let them go." The Hollow King chuckled, a sound like rusted metal grinding together. "Foolish mortals. They are already mine. As you will be." With a flick of his skeletal fingers, the cavern erupted in chaos. Walls shifted, grotesque figures clawed their way from the ground, and the red glow intensified, bathing everything in a sickly hue. Sam finally deciphered the runes, and pressed his hand against them. Energy surged, and a shockwave burst through the chamber, momentarily stunning their attacker. "Jade, now!" She swung again, this time aiming for its head. The creature screeched, its form distorting wildly, before vanishing into the shadows. Sam and Jade barely had time to catch their breath before a passageway opened before them, leading straight to the throne room where their friends now stood, facing down the Hollow King himself. "This just keeps getting worse, huh?" Jade muttered. "Yeah," Sam sighed. "And we're just getting started." End of episode 13.